Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, April 29th, 2019. This is part of my shark charting series. We're going to be taking a look at supply entering the market, how to spot it. Now please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at actually how to spot it, what it is, and some live examples. So let's go take a look at this stuff. Okay. Let's see. So moving on, let's go over to well, here's Ethereum. So to get set up for this, if you're going to watch and follow along, go ahead and go to TradingView. That's tradingview.com. Bring up ETH versus USDT on the 2-hour and go to April 22nd at 2300 hours Pacific Standard Time. So I'm right here. This is the chart as a whole, so you can pretty much guess where we're looking at, right where this big blue box is pointing. All right, so supply. What is supply entering the market? And why do we care? Well, let's start off with why do we care? An increased supply creates downward pressure on price. Yes, there are a lot more sellers than there are buyers, and so with the laws of supply and demand, price declines. And we're going to be doing this. How are we going to spot it? We're going to be spotting it using bars, not candles. And how does one view bars on TradingView? Well, what you do is up at the top left, you see you have this little bar option. Whammo. Right below it's candles, okay? And there's lots of other stuff here to play around with, but right now we're looking at bars, so make sure that is checked. Then what you do is, if you notice here, let me scroll in a lot, okay? You can notice here that I only have the close that's marked on these bars. I don't have the entry. Why? Because we can assume that the exit of the previous candle is the entry for the current. All right, and so it just unclutters it quite a bit. So because we're mainly interested in the close for a lot of things. If you're not used to bars, start getting used to reading bars. So how do we set this up? You click on the chart, you'll put a little dot somewhere, you'll see, it says okay, we have that selected. Do a right click, go down to settings, go over to styles. See this HLC bars? Make sure that's checked, okay? Make sure that's checked. And then hit OK and you're good to go. That will give you something like this. Alrighty, so going back to this, why do we care? Because it's an indication of prices getting ready to go down. It's not 100%, but it's an indication, okay? And spotting it, yeah, we have the bars thing. We got that going. And generally what happens when people sell, it's a sign of weakness, okay? And it's usually at the top of an area. And by an area, what I mean is that it's a relative area, okay? It doesn't have to be the absolute top. So let's go over here. You see we're scrolling over quite a bit. And we can call this an upper area, and down here would be a lower area. Imagine that. So it's all relative to like this section, okay? And that's really an important thing because it makes the data more timely. It makes the data more timely. Let me make sure that I'm streaming here. Yeah, I'm live. Okay, great. So hello everyone. All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, supply indicates a general sign of weakness, and weaknesses usually occur at the top. Let me type that in. Weakness shows itself at the top, while strength is usually at the bottom levels. Okay, that's a general rule of thumb. Keep that, memorize that. Okay, weakness shows itself at the top and strength at the bottom. Okay. So what is going on? What is going on with supply up in the upper areas when there's more supply coming in? What's going on is that the bags are being dumped by the sharks at the higher areas, by the sharks, by the composite operators, by the savvy institutional investors. That's what's happening. They are transferring your wealth to them. Yeah, think of it that way. They are selling their bags, their tokens, their coins in exchange for, I don't know, your fiat, your tether, whatever. They're cashing out, and you are helping them do that. So we want to be part of that. We want to be doing what they are doing. Okay, we want to be dumping, selling at the highs, and buying at the lows, right? Yeah, everyone has heard this. So this is like, how do we spot it? All right. So let's go here. Let's just go through the steps. So what do? First thing, we scan for high volumes. Okay. So let's go over here, and once again, this is on the 2-hour chart. Ether USD. This is on Poloniex. Okay. So down here, make sure that your chart is broken out into a its own pane, okay, where you can move it up and down like that for doing stuff like this. And this is part of volume spread analysis, and it's really important to be able to expand the volume so you can see things clearly, so you can see volumes clearly. Okay, anyway, moving on. So what we do is we're scanning volume, and we'll just scan along, and I chose this part over here. We're scanning volume for high areas, the relative areas. They don't have to be the highest, okay? And this area right in here, if you can see that, I'll circle it down there. See, that's where we're looking at right there, because we have some pretty good sized volumes here, and it's in an upper area of the chart. And so what we're doing is we're saying, okay, whoops, let me get rid of that. So we have some high volumes there, not super duper uber high, okay? But we're looking for high volumes, which that is. Step 2, look in the upper areas. Okay, that's where we're looking, in this upper area that's relative. So you take like each little chunk by itself, say, okay, is there something in here with a high green, with a high green candle? Okay, that's all you do. That's easy, right? Third thing, on the upper bar closing, let me scroll in, see what come on, trading view. Okay, so the upper bar closing, this guy right here, is the up bar closing on a high. So it's at the top half of the bar, which it is. Lo and behold, it's about a third of the way up there, isn't it? Yeah. All right. And putting our pointer right there, we can see, hey, good volume, right? Yeah. Okay. So this one was also on a high too. It had really high volume. And then this one was really high. Well, how do we tell? How do we tell? How do we know this wasn't the high? If we didn't have all these bars to the right of it, right? This is what you do is that this is the fourth part here. This upper bar that's closing on a high needs to be followed by a down bar, okay? And that down bar needs to be on high to moderate volume, and that's relative to the volume of the green bar. So we have a green bar here. Yeah, it's in the upper area. It's high volume. It's closing up in the upper half. Yeah, hits all the checks, right? Oh, no down bar, okay? But this one hits all the checks, doesn't it? Plus, the next bar is down. Yay. Meets the criteria, doesn't it? And it's on moderate volume, not low. The ones next to it it just goes lower and lower and lower and lower. Okay? So it hits all the checks. So that means, whammo bammo right there, we have supply available. This is where supply is coming into the market. And lo and behold, look what happens. Blah. Price starts to decline. Wouldn't that be fantastic information if you only knew that back at this point? Let's scroll out a bit. Let me make sure I have my little drawing thing off. Look at that. Dump, 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 dump city. Yeah, and it hit my target box here for a spring, and it went way down, which is awesome. Okay, awesome. It goes way down here. That's because it's doing it's a shakeout. It's trying to shake. It's trying to shake the weekends out. What it's doing here, and then yeah, well, there'll be another video of what's going on here. Anyway, that brings up a point. This is a video on like the shark series and stuff. These are like the videos that I'm going to have in my online training course, where you're getting information like this. Okay, you're getting information. You'll be getting a lot of step-by-step what to do, what to actually do, and just really easy explanations of what they mean. Okay, it's not going to bog you down with, well, it will give you a ton of information, but it's not going to bog you down with long explanations and stuff. It's just the thing to get you going, so you can start looking at things. So let's start looking at things, okay, with our new supply entering market algorithm, basically. Let's call that. Okay, so let's go pick a coin. We have to do that first, and we're not going to do Ethereum. So what's hot right now? What is hot? Let's go over to Binance. What is hot? Let's go to alts. Sort it. Bread is hot. Amber. What else is hot? Let's look at USD. IOST's hot. Is it hot? Yeah, it's pretty hot. What was hot? We'll take a look at these. What was hot? IOTA. Let's go look at IOTA. Okay. IOTA versus ETH. Yeah, we'll take a look at Binance. Okay. So we're going to apply our little rule here. Okay, so that's a big red. We don't want a big red. We want a fairly good sized green. Huge green. It's in the up area. Yeah. Is it in the very top areas? No. It did close, and the next one is a down, right? That's interesting, but this is actually, that would be like an up thrust. Where it goes zip to push it up. Let's take a look at the second largest one. What do we have? It is closed at the half or above. Yes. It's on really good volume. Yes. The second bar is red. Yes. Look at that. What do you guys think is going to happen? Blah. That's just the general direction. We also got to keep in mind when we're looking at things is the general direction of the preceding area. That's really important. We're taking a look at the somewhat, it's not quite it's a quasi, it's in between macro and micro, okay? We're looking just in the relative time period for whatever we're looking at the general overall direction. And right now this direction is declining. Even though it had a huge boost, right? It had a huge boost, but we got to keep in mind that this is declining. So that is market momentum. That is like water pouring downhill. Think of that as water pouring downhill, and you're standing there, okay? And it's a lot of water, and you're standing in that stream, and it's getting it'll be kind of hard to stand up against it, right? Unless you really have some heavy shoes, a lot of heavy a heavy enough trend to basically reverse the market, okay? And if this was this isn't like heavy enough to reverse it, okay? So this thing just went up on news. But what do we have here? So getting back to our example, we have on this volume right here, this candle right there, okay? Traded in the upper section, yes. Next one is a red down bar. Yep, there we go. It's on fairly high volume relative to all the rest of them, right? Let me kill this. Let me kill that. So what do you think it's going to do? Okay. Now keep in mind, This doesn't work on everything. It's just something to watch out for, okay? Let's go try another one. Let's, what else is hot? Let's go bring up one that is hot. Get out of there. Let's go here. Back to Binance. What is really hot right now? Bread. Let's go look at bread. See what bread's doing. Bread is like all over the place, man. Bread is a bump and dump. Oh, can't you tell? This would be something to where you see all these really super erratic pumps and dumps. That would be something that you'd just pretty much avoid. Okay, so let's go pull a different one. That one is being manipulated up the wazoo. Let's go change. Let's go pick Amber. See what Amber's doing. I like Amber. Okay, so that's coming up. Well, you know what we can do? We can go back and just look at historical data, right? That's kind of cheating. But we look, well, maybe not. Look what we have here. Ooh, isn't this interesting? Here we go. Okay, we have, now this is on bars, so you got to learn how to read it differently. But we're looking at bars, and then we have a moderate to large green volume, right? So that's this bar right here. I'm looking at this second bar right here. We have a pretty large, moderate to high volume, yeah. So we scanned the volume. We scanned this upper area. It is in the upper area relative to this region, right? Relative to this region, yes. So that's a check. We have a check here. Yep. It's green in the upper half, check. And it's a red bar, check. What do you think is going to happen, guys? Put that in your comments below. Okay, isn't this cool? All right, cool stuff. So put that in your comments below. Let's go look at another one. What's a real popular one? Let's go look at XRP. See what we see in XRP. Let's blow this bad boy up. And we'll just scroll on over. So we scan down here, first step. We're scanning down here. So we have something there, here we can look at. So we're scanning the high volumes and we're looking in the upper areas. So these need to correspond to upper areas. This one, it was upper area, but that's something different with that large of a spike, okay? It didn't with that large of a spike. Because it's following these other bars going up, that's something else. So we go the one next to it, and that's down. So we don't care about that. So we're looking up here in these upper areas. So let's go see what we can find. So here's another one right here. I'll put my this is on the 1 hour. Okay. So this one doesn't match, does it? Has the largest volume. It doesn't match. No. So this one, see if that one matches. Okay, so let's look at this one. Yeah, we have a close in the upper half. I'm looking at this candle right here. There it is again. So we have a close in the upper half. Next one is a red bar. It's in the upper area and it's on moderate to high volume. Let's take a look at this one here. Close. Same thing, right? You see how that works? Isn't that cool? Magic. And that's about it, guys. Okay, so this is like a preview to some of the courses that I'm going to be having on my training courses. Yeah, so let me know if this is beneficial to you. If how you think you guys can use it. Give it a try. Test it with historic data. Always test with historic data. In TradingView, you can do that little like rerun thing, right? Yeah. But anyway, here's this. So I'll just scroll through here and you guys can take a screenshot of that or whatever, put it on pause, but there you go. There you go. Okay, see you later. Oh, let's go look at BTC. What am I saying? How can we not look at BTC? No, I didn't want... Well, okay, that's a clean chart. This is BTC versus USDT on Binance. Let's do the same thing. Okay, we have a green here. So this is way upper area. So that's a moderate. It's, yeah, so it'd be up here. And yeah, so this one would be the closest one right here. Right up there in the center. But if I was looking at that, let's assume that all this stuff, let me move it over. So right there, that would be the information that we have, okay? So we'd say, okay, upper area, yeah. Moderate to high volume, yeah. Granted, it's not the highest. That's usually when it bumps it way up. And bar next to it, yep, red down bar, right? Closed, let me get the auto off. Yep, closed about the half and above. So it hits all the checks as well. So go ahead and do tests like that, and it can be in past, past areas for sure. All right, give that a try. Anyway, that's about it. So please like, subscribe, get notified of when I drop these videos. I drop a lot of the videos live because going live is really cool. And then plus I get to have chats with a bunch of my mates out there, so it's really cool. Anyway, that's what I'm going to go do now. See if anyone's on the chat. Say hi. If not, I'm going to bail. But thanks for watching. So you guys have a good one. Oh, there are peoples. Hey, peoples. Hey, KB. How's it going? Hey, Robert. What is V? BHJKB. I have no idea what that is, Robert. I have no idea. Please explain. Maybe I need to eat more guppies. Better long-term hodl, DGB or Stellar? Ooh. Depends what you're after. They're both long-term. It just depends on what you're after. They're both going to be around a long time. Okay, they're both one of the very few coins I think are going to survive long term. So that's a tough one. Oh, so I don't know. That's a toss-up, man. That's a toss-up. They're both open source. They're both basic. The one thing, well, you could say that Stellar has the one thing that's different is Stellar is a platform, okay, where you can get coins launched on it. All right, check out my video on the coins for 2019, top coins for 2019. I have a video way back then. And so Chris says BAT. Oh yeah, BAT was pretty hot, wasn't it? Let's go take a look at BAT. Let's look at it. ETH. So this one closed in the upper half. It was a down bar. Moderate volume. There you go. What else do we have here? What was the volume? Yeah, looking at this green guy right here. This one. Yeah. It's the thing is that we have so many right around. No, that's. Let's go further back. Look at this one. This one's a much better indicator right here. It's on a lot higher volume. Next one is red, yeah. There you go. Second largest one, same thing. Okay, what's the general trend? Now, based off of this, a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, let's go ahead and plot the lines of the tops. And then they're going to say, well, let's go ahead and let's plot the bottoms. And lo and behold, they have their triangle, right? And they're going to say, well, sometime around here, it's going to have to break out. And following this, what we do is we have supply, and actually we have a little bit of supply, but that's a little bit different candle there, but close enough. So then we go and check out demand. Is there a lot of demand in this area? No demand there. How about here? No, look at that volume. So no demand there. How about here? Looking at the bottom, low. Notice how low that is. It's like the lowest. And I'll make a video on demand. It's going to be in my training series. But just looking at this right here, let's take that garbage off. I rarely use trend lines like that. And oh, look, we have a pattern forming. We have a dude with glasses. It's going to have a little downward face. Oh, it looks worried. See, there's his nose. Valid patterns here, guys. So, anyway, we're looking at this here, comparing the volumes, and just looking at that general overall trend, we'll notice that the volatility is getting less, and it's going to dump. That's my opinion. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. But then people are going to say, oh no, it's going to go to the moon. Whammo. Yeah. Oh, what a mess I made. Get that off. Yay, that worked pretty good. Good enough. Oops. So that's BAT. Oh, and DGB. I'll say, oh, Chris is liking DGB better than Stellar. Yeah, you know, it's like whatever you guys like. But why do you like them? Here's the thing. Don't be married to a coin. Don't be married to a coin. DGB is a perfect example. Saying, oh my God, what do you mean? It hit my target box and it dumped. It's been dumping ever since. It's had numerous failures. Okay? I'm out of this coin currently. I have a very small holding of it. It's not that I don't like it. I really like this coin. I just said that, hey, it has like long-term potential. But this thing's dumping, man. Or it has been dumping. Now, down here, I do have a different target box. Notice I have a target box over here. Which means that, lo and behold, hey, and it's way down, that could be like a type of spring. Look at that big sell volume. There's something funky going on right here. You see that? It's not. Let me change the time. Oh, it's just because there aren't any trades. Let me go to the 4 hour. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, so what do we have here? We have a big red. We have downward pressure. This right here, guys, is... It went up. There's still pressure to go down, but that's almost, you could call this, because that one little short one, look at the volume on that bad boy. This was, that means they stopped selling, actually. They sold a whole bunch there, So they ran out of sellers. Normally I would call this stopping volume, that there was enough volume to stop it, and then it would turn around and do one of those V things, right? It could do that, but it almost looks, this is like kind of odd, because we do have that this amount of volume is you know, pushes upward. This one on this real tiny thing right here, sorry, huge downward. But look how tight that is. And then there's a gap. Boom, boom. Big old gap. People aren't selling anymore here. So with low volume, which I actually like a low volume turnaround. That's really cool. That means supply is like gone. There's no more supply. There's no more sellers. So what they do, go back up. So yeah, that box I have there's valid. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Highly technical. You might want to measure the angles and the slope of those lines and stuff. Oh my. Okay, so that is DGB. Have a good one, Chris. Yeah, I understand. 4:30 wake up time. Brutal. Absolutely. Welcome, Samantha. Glad you enjoyed the info. Hey, Fawad. How's it going, man? Do I have any thoughts on waves? I never look at waves. Let's go take a look-see. See what it's doing. Ah, come on. What? This is really bizarro. Here I have to hit F5. Okay, let's go down like a waves. This is one that I always skip. Never look at it. Okay, so we're on the 1 hour. Fine. Let's go down to the 30 minute. Why the heck not? Okay, so it's down in the lower areas right now. You're really not looking for a ton of supply to enter in the lower areas. You're looking for the absence of supply, which is a tad different. But then there's sellers. Okay, so people are able to sell because of these large volumes. Large volumes. Moderate, moderate, moderate. Not too many greens. So that was a green that took a lot of effort. This one, this is the most interesting candle. That green. Oh gee, Aaron, why is that the most interesting candle? Look how small the volume was. It took very little effort. Very little effort to create that. Okay, very little effort. So low amount of work resulted in high output, whammo, which is great. High efficiency. Yeah, so that little guy there, we'll see. That means supply has been eaten up. Everybody sold that's going to sell. And so when you have supply is less than demand, what happens to price? There's your formula, okay? So we'll see, but that one little candle there is quite interesting. And it has a nice green, which means it's like a continuation volume or an increase. So we'll see. Here's an example right here with this volume. You can look. So that was pretty good. It came in whammo. This is just looking for, that's a test. It's looking for shorts, people that have stacked their orders. It's looking to clear them out and move forward. It's actually a bullish signal because then it went up a bit, huh? Anyway, so that's waves. Looks like it has some potential going forward. Don't take my word for it. This is training for you guys on looking how to look at things. Let me just see if I can like delete. Have to clean up my room. There we go. Okay, so that's waves, Fawad. That's waves. Oh, and Dances says you bought some Phantom today. Phantom. Phantom. Not familiar with Phantom. Good luck on that. Have to go look. Phantom. 173. Hey, there you go. Less than a penny. I like that. They even have a website. That's cool. Oh, look at the volume. Wow. Okay, it's flat. Okay, let's go look at the 14-day. Huh. Okay. Down area. Fine. What's the market cap on this bad boy? 17 mil. Available supply. This is real cool. They're almost 100%. 100% of the coins are out there as being available. That's interesting. What do they do? I don't care. Let's look at their chart. Where are they at? Oh, they're in Qcoin. Okay, cool. What's their ticker? FTM. See if we can bring them up. No. Oops. Your call, man. Do your own research. Do your research. And what do they even do? What do they do? Let's see. The nervous system for smart cities. Oh, so they're going to be competing against VeChain, perhaps. It's a DAG. Seen a lot of DAGs come out, so it's going to be competing against Halal Chain and IOTA. High performance virtual machine. Okay. Virtual machine, that's Ethereum. Smart cities. Yeah, okay. Let's look at their team. Okay. Well, yeah, do your research, you know. Best of luck to you. And yeah. Don't know enough about them to make anything. Don't know enough about them. Drain the swamp 2.0. Love the username. ETC 25. ETC. Gosh, I haven't looked at ETC in, I don't know. That's on the 4 hour. Hit my box. Ate through that. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean 25? What are you talking about 25? You mean $25? After ETH crashes, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It could. I mean, pretty much everything's possible, right? Why do you like it? Why do you like this bad boy? Put it in the comments for others. Cat Chichi says DGB's going down. We'll see. It's a very resilient project out there because of it's very distributed. Okay, it's one of the most resilient ones out there. Do your homework on DGB. Yeah, Drain the Swamp coming soon. Yeah, it absolutely is. Check out my previous video that I did. Let's go here. What did I did? Oh yeah, this one. My most previous one. Oh, come on, Ed. Come on. Come on. Skip. Ah, look at that. Popcorn. There's a sun. And there's a tree. Put them together backwards, right? Reading left to right. Hey, I'll be darned. Check out that video. Didn't go too much into that, but love the username. Coinbase added it. Huh? Must be Coinbase Pro, right? Oops. If they did add it, that would be cool. You must be talking about ETC. Yeah, I don't care about ETC. Apollo. Oh, they're on no. Is this the right one, mate? This the right one? Really don't have any thoughts on it. Haven't trading volume isn't large enough really for me to take a look at. It's not liquid enough, basically, that's all. Doesn't mean it's bad or good. It's just not liquid enough. Yeah, I need coffee, man. Anyway, guys, you have a good one. I have to go get some coffee. I'm draining, man. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified. Best luck to you guys. Go ahead and give that try of spotting supply in entering the market. Okay, so go ahead and review, put it back on the little steps, and follow that. Try to do it yourself, and best luck. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.